Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Francine Sayok with the International Seed Federation. And today we are very excited to talk about the upcoming World Seed Congress 2023 in Cape Town, which will take place from the 5th to the 7th of June. This Congress is expected to be mainly an in-person event with some parts like the panel discussions and Channel World Seed sessions broadcasted. And we have been on a real journey with our South African colleagues in putting together this Congress in Cape Town with postponements due to COVID in 2020. So it's really a wonderful feeling to be inching closer and closer to South Africa with only 2 months to go before the big event. So to give you the lowdown on what you need to know about South Africa as a destination, we are very pleased to have with us here today the president of the South Africa National Organizing Committee, Mr. David Mallon. Hi, David. We also have with us the director of Wedgewood Travel South Africa, Ms. Tarnia Aspeling. Hi, Tarnia. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Good afternoon, everybody.
And of course, we have ISF Secretary General Michael Keller. Hello, everyone.
Thanks, Francine. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So yeah, I'd like to start with David. You know, we started planning this Congress so many years back. Originally, it was slated for 2020, but we know, of course, how COVID basically threw a wrench on all of our plans. But how does it feel finally to be able to host this year's World Seed Congress 2023? What does it mean for South Africa?
Thank you, Francine. Yeah, absolutely. We are so excited about this. As you know, it's been a long time in coming, and we were ready in 2020, actually. And so building up to this event, we are absolutely prepared. I think everything is coming together so nicely. And, you know, sort of like in Spain, we promised the people this will be an unbelievable event and an unbelievable Congress, and everything is building up towards that. But, you know, this is also the most important event for the seed industry in South Africa for the last 22 years since we had the previous ISF in 2001 at Sun City. And but this is not only for South Africa, such an important event, it's also for Africa. And it creates the opportunity for people from all over the continent to come and to meet the seed industry in Cape Town. It is a huge opportunity, and we are looking so much forward to welcome the world to South Africa, and also to welcome all the members of ISF to South Africa. And this is going to be a huge event. Michael will speak a little bit later about the attendance numbers so far, but it's looking really good. So yes, Francine, we are ready. We are excited, and we look forward to welcome the people in South Africa 5 to 7 June this year.
Wonderful, David. We really share your excitement, and we are very much looking forward to being there with you in June. Speaking of that, Michael, and David touched on it a little bit, but what is the significance for the global seed sector that we are all gathering in Africa? What does it say about our overall engagement in the region?
Thanks so much, Francine. Thanks also, David, for your kind words. And we are all totally excited to travel to South Africa, to Cape Town. I think it's 60 days now. We are 60 days ahead. And when we are speaking about South Africa, for us, the importance is we are back in Africa. After 20 years, the International Seed Federation is back in Africa. And I think, and we all agree, more than ever, we need a joint engagement to empower farmers and all farmers in Africa with seed supply. More than ever, and you saw it also, the figures, we have increased hunger in the world. First time since many years. And what is the starting point of the whole food production is seeds. And I think if we have some learnings of the last 3 years, it's the raising understanding and awareness also of policymakers and all actors that all starts with the seeds. And therefore, to be together in Africa And it's not only the International Seed Federation being Africa, all our partners also being there. We will have people from FAO, OECD, from ISTA, from UPOF, all the international organizations, but also CGR systems. And all other partners will be there together with us to discuss what can we do in a collaborative effort. We need to engage further, and you will hear a lot also. We take initiatives as the seed sector because the world changed from 20 years ago. Today we need to be more proactive. We cannot only react. We have to go ahead, and therefore you will learn a lot also in South Africa about our seed resilient projects we have in Africa. Moment of engagement, and as you yet mentioned, David, it's really important to see not only the high numbers we have yet of registration. That means we are reaching a good figure, and David can remind us perhaps if we reach the 1,000, what we can give as a gift for the 1,000 delegates, because in terms of participants, which includes also guests and journalists, all this, we are far beyond the 1,000 today. But in terms of delegates, we are very well on track. But what is more important is also the diversity. We have people from Malawi, we have people from Ethiopia, we have people from Ghana, we have people from Senegal, from Northern Africa, from Kenya, from Zimbabwe, from Zambia. You know, this is important. That's also shown perhaps 20 years ago, the diversity was not at that level we have today. But we have to do more together. South Africa joined us, moment of engagement of the seed sector.
You touched on excellent points there, Michael, that it all starts with seeds and that we need to engage, and that there's no better time than now to be in Africa. I will let David respond to the question about the gift, about the surprise.
Thank you very much, Francine. Thank you, Michael, for the opportunity. Maybe some of you will remember back in Nice in 2019, can you believe it's that long ago, that I extended the first invitation for the Congress 2020. We already at that time, through a lotto system, allocated two prizes. One was on the in Kruger National Park, and the other one was in the winelands in the Cape. And now we still have one prize left, and this will be for the garden route and surrounding areas, which is an absolutely fantastic area. And the 1,000th registration received will win that prize. So please, we're getting close to that number. So for those who haven't registered yet, please do so as soon as what you can, because that prize is up for grabs in the near future. And the sooner you get in on the action, the better your chances are of winning this prize. So thank you very much for the opportunity, but we look forward to give that prize to somebody in the near future. Thank you, Francine.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Am I allowed to win this prize, or it's not for ISF Secretariat? I guess. I guess not. But because we said that this is really a gathering of the seed sector and the most important one for the year. And for our delegates who are going to congresses to do business and trade, what does the country have to offer? What makes South Africa a great destination for doing business and trade and hosting international conventions like the one we're having? I'll give this question to both David and Tanya and Michael, if you have something to add as well. Let's let David go first. Yes.
First of all, thank you, Francine. South Africa really has world-class facilities and amenities. As you will see when you come to South Africa, the CTICC is one of the top facilities to host such a facility. I can say in Africa, but certainly I believe in the world. And, you know, from the past 30-odd years that I've been attending conferences all over the world, I can tell you that one of the most important things for a good Congress is a good trading floor. Ample space, good tables, easy accessibility, meeting people, going to the exhibition booths. That is paramount, and that we can offer. But more than that, just looking at the hotels surrounding the CTICC, you will be able to stay in a hotel which is mere meters away from the CTICC. Access will be easy. It will be easy to go to the CTICC, and it will be safe. Many people ask me, will it be safe to walk around? Of course it will be safe. There will be CCTV systems in place. There will also be monitoring in place, so it'll be safe to walk from your hotel to the CTICC. But of course, if you talk about business, you also talk about food. And food and business go hand in hand. And South Africa certainly has become one of the culinary experiences that to be had around the world. So coming to South Africa, coming to do business here, you will definitely experience all of the facets of the South African culture. But more important than that, Francine, is definitely the fact that the world is coming to the continent, which is currently the fastest growing continent in the world. With retracting population numbers in Asia and Europe, the new emerging seed markets will not be in those countries. It will be in Africa. It is estimated that Africa will have 4 billion people in 2100. And Africa does have the resources in land and water, but also in labor to produce food for the whole world. So for sure, for the people that come here to visit, you'll have the opportunity to meet South Africans. You'll have the opportunity to meet people from Africa, from all over Africa. And this is the growing opportunity for seed businesses in the world. Seed is sold where people are growing. And that is why South Africa will be a great opportunity to come and meet businesses in South Africa, but also for Africa.
Thanks, David. That's really an excellent point. And I want to go over now to Tanya, because of course, part of the excitement of the World Seed Congress is going to interesting and beautiful destinations. And one of the highlights of the Congress is the city itself, Cape Town, a major tourist destination famous for its sun, sea, and scenery. So can you tell us more about what Cape Town has to offer and give us a flavor of the city?
Hi, Francine, thanks. Yes, absolutely. There's a lot to be said about Cape Town. David said a few things, and let me just elaborate further. So Cape Town is fondly known as the mother city, and Cape Town has been the historical gateway to Southern Africa since 1488, and it remains very much the same today. I think for people coming to Africa, to the continent, and to Cape Town as a destination for business or vacation for the first time, I mean, Cape Town is a welcoming city. The people are very welcoming. It's a very laid-back city. And it has the perfect balance of African culture and first world standards with world-class infrastructure and service delivery. We are a very multicultural, cosmopolitan city with a rich and diverse cultural background, with various people of various histories living together. And, David mentioned food. Yes, food is important. We have a lot of variety of food. We have a port that allows us to have a huge abundance of fish and meat available to us from the lands around us. And then, of course, we have various religions and technology that form part of us as a people and who we are. What makes Cape Town great for international visitors is that it's 30 minutes or less from your hotel. You have access to world-class meeting facilities, culture and dining experiences, blue flag beaches on both the Atlantic side and, of course, the False Bay side. And then, of course, last but not least, our historical vineyards, embraced by valleys and majestic mountains, making the most delicious wine available to people who visit our country. Talking about mountains, we cannot forget Table Mountain, which is the city's iconic landmark, and now one of the 7 natural wonders of the world right in our city. And it takes 15 to 20 minutes from the hotel to get to the foot of the mountain, and another 15 minutes with a gondola to take you to the top to see the most amazing views and the 12 Apostle Mountain Range. But then delegates who want to spend some money on themselves or loved ones, our currency is so good for the dollar, for the euro, and the British pound. So please don't be shy to spend some of your money on our shores when you get here. yes, I think I could go on forever about Cape Town, but that's what I have to say for the moment.
Tomorrow, huh? Right away.
My goodness, that means, should I be a little bit more neutral, or is it really the reality what you are telling us here? But let me just say perhaps two things I would like to emphasize on the Congress venue we will have on site. And David, and as you know, we are visiting a lot of Congress venues throughout the year, also to think about what happened in last Congresses, but what we would like in next Congress. And the Congress venue is really a world-class Congress venue. I think it's the perfect venue for us, where you have also the trading floor and the booths on one floor, where you have an engaging area also. And I think we can mention it here. There will be for the first time a youth corner happening there, but we will also have a studio there, lots of opportunities of engagement on site. And perhaps what you mentioned, David, we should never forget, the ISF Congress is a moment of engagement, but it's also a moment of business. And it's really exciting to see where we had some doubts. Oh, will there be a lot of traders coming to Africa? No, it's the opposite. More traders are coming, and we are nearly sold out also with the trading tables. Therefore, rush also. Don't forget to reserve your trading table because it's the opportunity. Yes, there are market opportunities more and more in Africa. And that's exactly the discussion we need to have. It's about markets, it's about opportunities, but it's also about perhaps there are still, seed companies from around the world. Should I go to Africa? Is it not too risky or not? It's about de-risking also investments in Africa. It's about these discussions where we would like to bring the folks together in Africa. Therefore, Congress venue, perfect place, and also those who are coming are nice. I think if I may add one point, you are more specialist than David than me, but what I read once, because I came now several times to Cape Town, perfect, wonderful city, welcoming, creativity, art, food, all this is there. But what I've read is it is the city with the highest biodiversity you can find. You have around the Table Mountain, you mentioned nearly 2,000 different species, which is unique in the world, apparently. And this is also just showing, hey, we are perhaps going in a city, but we are in a city which is related to nature. There's nature just around. And I think when you're thinking on seed, it's also related somehow to nature. Therefore, it's really the perfect spot for us to go there. And I can just emphasize what both David and Tamia said, yes, come. And also, David, what you said, because this question, we get it, on the security, we have all the security measures taken. We are working collaboratively with the authorities, with the city. All this is in place, and also the hotel venue. The hotels are just around the Congress venue. That means that the scene is set to welcome you safely in security and join us.
Great, Michael. And you mentioned about CTICC being right in the center of the hotels that
Absolutely.
we're working with. And the main Congress Hotel is, of course, just steps away from the convention center. So again, perfect setup for us. Of course, we're very excited also to welcome the accompanying persons to the ISF World Seed Congress, who are not necessarily there for business and trade, but to have a nicer time, to have a wonderful tour program. And there's a program awaiting those accompanying persons during those 3 days. And maybe Tarnia, let's start with Tarnia and then David. Can you talk to us about the fantastic touristic places around the Western Cape that our accompanying persons will get to enjoy?
Hi, yes, there are 3 tours offered. On the first day of the tours, it's the 5th of June, and we're offering a half-day tour to the city, through the city of Cape Town, which is a lovely orientation of the history of Cape Town. And then lastly, before they sort of end with lunch, is to do a trip up Table Mountain. We'll have registered destination guides showing them and talking to them about the fauna and flora that is found in this part of the country. And this is really a tour not to be missed. It's rich in culture and an amazing experience to have if you're visiting the city. On the 6th of June, we have a full-day tour, and that will be to the Cape Peninsula, which We spoke about biodiversity, and this is really where you're going to see a lot of the fynbos, as we call it, fine bush, to translate it from Afrikaans to English. And this is a full day tour to Cape Point, seeing amazing landmarks as they drive through the nature reserve, stopping in a quaint little town called Simonstown for lunch, and then heading back to the city, after lunch. And that is lots of fresh air, lots to see, animals as well within the reserve. So a really wonderful experience. And then on the 7th of June, we have a very cultural tour, which is through an old part of our city called the Boer Kaap in Afrikaans, but translated Upper Cape in English, which is the Cape Malay quarters with the colorfully painted homes. And that's a tour that's done on foot for most of the part, and guests get to meet the locals, experience some spices, some samosas, and then end with an amazing South African meal at a restaurant on the V&A called Karibu, for example. And there they'll get to eat one of our most traditional dishes called baboti, and that is served with yellow rice. And it's a really lovely tour, and it's really wonderful to meet all the different people from the Boer Kaap as well. So those are the tours that the accompanying persons will be privy to, and we'll have an amazing desk at the convention centre for them to come up and ask us as many questions as they have, or if they have concerns, we'll have a team to support that and to obviously assist them with whatever needs they have regarding tours or just navigating in the city of Cape Town.
Thank you, Tanya. David, would you like to add something to this?
Yes, absolutely. And you shouldn't get me started on this. I'm a very proud South African. So just to add on to what Tanya has said, that the route that they're going to take around the Cape Peninsula, that is one of my personal favorites. And if you're going to do that all by yourself, definitely make the point of stopping off at Kalk Bay, which is a quaint little town just before Simonstown, where you can probably enjoy the best calamari in the world. Now, that is just my own assessment of it, but for sure, it is really good. Moving further down to Cape Point, or, sort of like a Cape of Good Hope Point, where you will be able to see the meeting of the oceans, where the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean meet, and the waters don't mix. It is a unique experience. Coming back from that going around Kommetjie, across Hout Bay, past Llandudno, back to the waterfront, where a unique shopping experience awaits you. That is something that everybody should do. Do not forget the Saturday morning markets, Greenpoint Market, or maybe the Old Biscuit Mill Market, where you can go on a Saturday morning and really have a unique South African experience. Or go to the waterfront, and if you are into oceans like I am, go to the Two Oceans Aquarium, where you will see fantastic sights. Or even from the waterfront, you can go to Robben Island, where where you can go and visit the cell of Mr. Nelson Mandela, or just go for a harbor cruise in the harbor, or jump on the red bus tour that will start from the Two Oceans Aquarium. There's so many things to do. Definitely choose a couple of days and come before or stay longer. There's too much to see in a couple of days.
Thanks, David. That is such a fantastic pitch. You can really tell how passionate you are about your country. Michael, would you like to add something to this?
Yeah, I think, Tanya, if one day you need another additional salesperson, David is certainly available to support you in Cape Town. No, I would like to highlight one thing. First of all, I think Francine and myself and the whole ISF staff is also always very sad because we cannot do all what you just mentioned also, David and Daniel.
We have to work, no?
We have to work. But I think it's totally exciting. And what I would like to highlight perhaps here also is it's very specific also to our Congress that we have this accompanying program. Because remember back, we said sometimes, we should stop it because it's a business. It's only a business event. No, that's also the seed people. It's about business, but it's also about enjoying life and do it together with partners. And I think that's also the specificity of our Congress on site. That's the same. We have still the golf tournament also taking place on Sunday, where we would love to play also. But I think these are also these moments bringing people together, also going beyond only business, which makes the beauty perhaps also of such a Congress like ours. And therefore it's nice to see we have a huge number yet of accompanying persons who registered. I think it's really good to see, one of the highest in the recent years. And I think it's not stopping after what Tanya and David told us. There will be others who will register now.
And it really is about immersing yourself in the country, right? And discovering what it has to offer culturally and also its natural attractions. And I agree with you that this is something unique to ISF. For those who are joining us online live, please feel free to send your questions on the comment box. We are happy to answer them. We have David and Tanya to answer any questions you may have. But I want to ask a question actually, because we were talking about coming to Africa, and I know that many companies right now are being more and more strict with allowing people to travel on business. But let's build that business case here. What's a compelling reason for a company person to come to the Congress and to attend? Does anyone want to go first?
Perhaps David as first, as a business person, and then I can follow up.
Yeah, you mean why should the accompanying people come? There's, sort of like there's so many things to do in and around Cape Town. And the wonderful thing about where the hotels is going to be, it is within the city. It's in close proximity to all the wonderful sites, the visiting points, and so many things to do. So traveling is not going to be difficult. It's not like a convention center which is far away from the city. This is right in the middle of the city. So it's easy to, if you're not going to do the accompanying tours, just to go by yourself and to visit the city and to visit the waterfront and to visit any one of the fantastic sites which is on offer in Cape Town.
And Michael, would you like to add something to what is a compelling reason for seed companies to send people to the Congress?
Absolutely. And I think the point you're making is an important point, because we know, it's not next door to go to South Africa. But the point is, what David mentioned, what I tried to mention is, first of all, it's about future markets. Africa, it's about future markets and potentially the future markets for the seed sectors. Secondly, I think also more and more the countries in Africa are opening up also for the private sector. I think this is an absolutely important topic we will also address. That's whole discussion we will have about seed systems, about attracting companies to come, about engaging with the players on the ground. But I think also one point why the persons should come in person, because all is based also about personal relationships, building business and building discussions also on seed systems, on regulatory oversights. It's about building trust between people to move together. And I think nothing can replace, and we know it, nothing can replace this personal contact, this personal exchange. And therefore Congress, where you have one side, the full business discussions where all the players of the African seed sector will be there, but also the international, huge opportunities. But on top of this engagement beyond only trading to prepare also future markets, it's the unique opportunity in a personalized contact to build up somehow a relationship, trustful relationship for further investments and engagements.
David, yes?
Yes, I just want to add something. Absolutely. Sort of like this is the opportunity for people to come to South Africa and Africa and set up alliances. And based on that, already from South Africa, we have more than 85 members of SANSOR that are already joining the Congress, which creates the opportunity for people coming in to meet people from SANSOR, meet people from South Africa. And also during the AFSTA Congress, which was in Senegal a couple of weeks ago, me and Michael had the opportunity to again invite the people from Africa to join the ISF in South Africa, to create that opportunity to form the alliances and to make doors open for the multinationals and the international companies to find the route and a way into these emerging markets. The one thing that we can agree on, these markets are going to develop. It just depends on which route you as a multinational or international company are going to use to utilize these opportunities in Africa. The African opportunity is a reality. How are you going to get there? Sooner than later, the opportunity will pass. So use this opportunity as best as what you can.
And Africa, of course, is attractive not just as a market for seed, but also for seed production. And David can speak here as a seed producer himself. Crop-wise, what is most interesting in this region, or is it all sorts of crops, both field and veg, and flowers and ornamental?
At the moment, in terms of exported seed from South Africa and Africa, for sure, vegetable seeds is by far the most important crop that are being produced in the drier parts of the country. And if you look at what is the most prevalent crops that are being produced, the alliums, the whole range of alliums, including onion, bunching onion, leeks, shallot, Chinese leek, the whole range of alliums are being produced far and wide. Also carrots and a whole range of other vegetable seeds are being produced for South Africa, but mostly for export to the world. And of course, in South Africa, like in all countries, there are good wine producing areas. These are also good seed producing areas. And of course, that creates the opportunity for seed guys traveling around the world also to taste some good wine in different seed producing areas. So as far as seed produced for export, vegetable seeds is by far the biggest, but also, of course, the forages and pastures are being produced and exported around the world, and more agronomy crops are also being produced and exported to Africa, but also to other destinations in the world.
Thank you, David. Just one final question and to Michael before I give the floor to all the speakers to give their closing remarks. For those who want to promote their products and services to take advantage of the great visibility that this Congress offers, what are the sponsorship opportunities still available? Are we still open to more sponsors coming in? And where can they find information on this?
I think, first of all, we are always open. I would like to thank yet also our South African colleagues for the massive support in terms of sponsorship. We never had, let's be frank, so many diverse range of sponsors. That's showing also it's a vibrant seed sector yet in South Africa, but it's also clearly we are still open for further partnerships. And I think the important one is also perhaps we are on site. There's an opportunity to create visibility, awareness on site as a sponsor, but we are also online. There are many things happening also in line with the Channel World Seed in the studio where opportunities to increase visibility. That means please get in touch with us. We have our special website also where you can find information for the Congress, but also for sponsorships and any idea. We are very open also to sometimes crazy ideas. We're always open to such kind of things. Don't hesitate. Get in touch with us. Very happy to respond. But again, thanks here to all the sponsors we have and also really to the diverse range of companies supporting us, also coming from Africa.
Thanks, Michael. And now I'd like to ask the speakers to give a final word to invite everyone to Cape Town. I'll start with Tarnia. Go ahead.
You're mute.
Oh. Sorry.
Yes. Just wanted to say thank you to everybody for the opportunity to talk about Cape Town and the amazing things that can happen while you're in the city. Everything's possible while you're here. We can't wait to welcome you back. The city is ready for you. Our team is ready for you. We are eternally grateful. All the suppliers who make up this event have been given a business opportunity after going through a very difficult time, and they are enormously grateful for this opportunity to run with the conference and to work again and feel wanted in an industry that has suffered quite a bit. So we're very excited. We can't wait, and we're looking forward to working with the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tanya. David?
Thank you, Francine. Thank you, Michael. This has been a wonderful opportunity for us to promote the Congress again. The table is set. Guys, this is going to be a great Congress. Don't wait. Register today. You might be that 1,000th registration. So we want you to be that 1,000th registration. But more than that, please, this is our opportunity to be a great Congress. And this is our opportunity to be the biggest out of Europe Congress. But we need each one of you to register. Please come. The opportunity is there. You just need to pitch up and make use of it. We look forward to welcome you in South Africa in every which way. If you just want to come for a holiday, that's also good. But we hope you're coming for good business as well. And enjoy both of those. And please, register and come to South Africa. We look forward to host you at a wonderful Congress. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, David. Michael?
Yeah, first of all, 60 days to go. We look forward to meet you all. You have to register, but I think you should hurry up now also to think about you have to book your flights. You have to book your flights. And also hotels are starting to be full. Mm-hmm. That means people needs to hurry up now also. I think it's time now to make this choice, to join us there. And you see with David and Tanya, wonderful place, wonderful people there. It will be super engaging Congress. I'm looking all forward to go there. 60 days to go.
All right, 60 days to go. And on that note, I want to close this episode by thanking our speakers, of course, for joining us. We have so much to look forward to, and we can't wait to reconnect with our colleagues and partners in the Global Seed community. And again, registration for the ISF World Seed Congress 2023 is open until the 26th of May. So don't waste time. Hurry up and register. And you will find all the information on our Congress website posted here on the screen, congress.worldseed.org. And to our followers, stay tuned for more here on Channel World Seed. And thanks again, everybody. Please take care. And I can't wait to see you all in Cape Town.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.